Hi everyone, my name is Itakautabu and my topic is climate change. The subtopic is coastal erosion and my case study is my country, Kiribati. There are 8 specific learning outcomes that are prescribed in this video presentation that I'm going to discuss on. Coastal erosion is the gradual wearing away of land along the coastline due to the action of natural forces, waves, currents, and tide. The Blue Pacific region refers to the Pacific Ocean and its surrounding island nation viewed as a single interconnected entity rather than a collection of isolated states. Building seawall is one measure to address coastal erosion to the natural environments of Kiribati. Building seawall can provide a physical barrier against erosion, especially in areas where natural defenses are inadequate. Seawalls have been used in Kiribati to protect vulnerable areas and infrastructure. As sea level rise and storm surge become more frequent, significant portions of land have been eroded, reducing the available space for habitation and agriculture. This loss is particularly acute in densely populated areas such as South Tarawa, where over 50% of the population reside. The disappearance of land not only threatens home but also disrupts local economies that rely on agriculture. One natural factor that causes erosion in Kiribati is sea level rise, which is largely driven by global climate change. Kiribati consists of low-lying coral atolls and reef islands with most land areas only about 1 to 3 meters above sea level. As global temperature increases, polar ice melt and seawater expand, causing ocean level to rise. In Kiribati, the rise in sea levels leads to frequent flooding, saltwater intrusion, and the gradual loss of coastal land through erosion. For example, South Tarawa is one of the most populated areas in Kiribati. Rising sea level and stronger waves activities have eroded large parts of the coastline. Coastal erosion in Kiribati has serious impact on the natural environment, threatening the country's fragile ecosystem and biodiversity. The islands of Kiribati are composed mainly of low-lying coral atolls, making themselves extremely vulnerable to coastal erosion caused by rising sea levels, storm surge, and wave action. There are many key impacts of coastal erosion to the natural environment of Kiribati, but I'm going to discuss only one, which is saltwater intrusion. As erosion removes land, saltwater can more easily flood inland areas. This contaminates freshwater lakes. On the other hand, the village of Tebungago has suffered in coastal erosion for over 2 decades. The sea has encroached so far inland that the village's shade and home have to be abandoned. Coastal vegetation, including protective mangrove forests, has died due to the salt water. Breakwaters is one course of action to reduce the impact of coastal erosion to the natural environment. Breakwaters are offshore structures built parallel to the shoreline. Their purpose is to reduce the energy of incoming waves before they reach the coast. This lessened wave impact minimizes erosion and protects beaches and coastal infrastructure. In Kiribati context, breakwaters could be particularly beneficial in protecting vulnerable areas such as settlements and vital infrastructure from storm surge and erosion. However, breakwaters are expensive to construct and maintain, and their effectiveness can vary depending on the design and local conditions. They can also have unintended consequences, such as altering sediment transport patterns and potentially increasing erosion in other areas. Mangroves are drought-tolerant trees. Their extensive root system helps stabilize shoreline, reducing erosion and protecting against storm surge. Mangroves also provide crucial habitat for various marine species, support biodiversity, and can help filter pollutants from runoff. Kiribati has actively engaged in mangrove planting programs as a cost-effective, nature-based solution to coastal erosion. These programs often involve community participation, enhancing local ownership and sustainability. However, the success of mangrove planting depends on factors like site selection, species choice, and ongoing maintenance. Secondly, Avoiding sand mining. Sand mining, the extraction of sand from beaches and near shore areas, is a significant contributor to coastal erosion in many parts of the world, including Kiribati. The removal of sand destabilizes the coastline, making it more vulnerable to wave action and storm damage. In Kiribati, where land is scarce and coastal areas are densely populated, sand mining exacerbates the already serious problem of coastal erosion. Avoiding sand mining requires implementing alternative sources and constructing materials, stricter regulation and enforcement of existing laws, promoting sustainable constructing practices, and encouraging the use of alternative materials, such as stretch material from lagoons, are crucial steps to mitigate the impact of sand mining and protect Kiribati's precious coastal resources.